Hello there, welcome to a tyke farming in the Philippines. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, ding-a-ling-ding-dong, the bell. Saturday morning, 2 men on site working in the piggery. Getting quite warm already. Heavy rain again last night. So as usual, I'll make a couple of videos throughout the day. We're gearing up now for Christmas, so we're not going to get a lot done today. We've a bit of a party tomorrow for the workmen and Jean's family. So my expectations today aren't very high, work-wise. It is after all Christmas. Yeah, that's it for now. I'll get back to you shortly. Few comments this week, last couple of days, about the trench by the piggery and runoff and a retaining wall. We did look at that this beginning of the week. We've had beginning of the week we've had 48 hours of virtually non-stop heavy rain, and the last 3 nights I think very heavy rain throughout the night. Now I looked at that banking beginning of the week where it's dug out by the piggery, thinking I'd probably have to put a retaining wall in down there. But that bank, when I looked at it, the full length, in the middle it's about 4 feet high, but it tapers down to both ends to nothing virtually. But it's completely dry, bone dry. Now there's no runoff at all going downhill there to the piggery. I know from ever since I've been here, this area gets damp. It never gets standing water, but this is the dampest area. I wouldn't even say wet. And as you can see, it runs down this end of the piggery. This I think is where the water, surface water, disperses. And the other side of that fence, I've been the other side of that fence putting a string line in a few months ago, and it's very damp at that side of the fence. So this is where the water drains. Now this side, where the fall of the land is down to the fence and into that corner, the corner of this piggery is bone dry. I don't think there's any runoff coming down here at all. And like I said, we've had very heavy rain this week. So I'm quite confident that that ditch along the front doesn't need a retaining wall, which is quite a lot more work than just putting a concrete surface on the bank just to tidy it up and keep it clear. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to put a retaining wall there. I'm just going to put a concrete wall along the bank. There'll be a Rio bar in it, and that's going to be sufficient to my way of thinking. And I've talked to the builders, and they said they tell me that you don't need a retaining wall. So that's what we're going to do. Well, I'll have a walk down the piggery, see what we're doing. The mixer's been going. Now whether they're doing the channel bottom or the side, I don't know. We'll go and have a look. Yeah, we're doing the bottom of the channel. We had cement delivered yesterday as well, another 30 bags. So I'll leave it there and I'll get back to you shortly. Right, to make a concluding video, it won't really be the concluding video, there's another one after this, another one coming after this, but this is the concluding video for the piggery for today. It's 4 o'clock, early finish, and the reason for that will become apparently very shortly. A little bit done today, a little bit done yesterday. Not huge strides forwards by any amount of means, but it's Christmas. We're finished now until what for us is Boxing Day. They'll be back in. The channel bottom's been laid and polished off, so the channel's virtually finished. Now I get quite a lot of comments, and they're interesting, but they're very practical as well, because they get me thinking, and that's a good thing. And someone raised the fact that they didn't think the channel was big enough. I think it's 7 inch by 7 inch, and it's hard to say. I think maybe it is, but I think maybe it isn't as well. And we won't really know until we get the holes punched in the back wall and the height of the floor, where they're going to come out. You can eyeball it, but it's hard to judge. Now, if the holes are coming out there, for example, then this wall isn't going to be high enough. But if it's angled down and it's down there, it may be high enough. We'll have to wait and see. If it's not high enough, we'll shutter it up again. The VO bar's still extended, and we'll increase the height of that wall. So I don't really know if it will be big enough until we get the holes punched in, and we'll see how it works. Now the other thing is this bank, and it's very dry. There's a little bit of moisture in it to 18 inch deep, 12 inch deep, and we've had really heavy rain this week. Now in the middle it's, I don't know, 4 feet high, disappearing to nothing at that end, and disappearing to 18 inch at this end. So it's not a great big, or the way I think anyway. I mean, you can disagree, and I'm okay with that, but it's not a great big lump of hillside which is going to collapse on me. Now, I think we're okay with a concrete face on it, just to tidy it up. And the two builders here are of that opinion as well. So that's how I'm going to go. But one comment did suggest to put vents in it, and that's a good idea. It's worthwhile every 2 metres putting a vent. Bit of plastic pipe hammered into the hillside and the opening through the concrete, just in case there is some seepage. But as you can see, it's as dry as a bone. But that's worth doing, that's easy done. So I'm going to do that. But as for stepping it back into a proper retaining wall, no, I don't think I will. Maybe in the future I might. It's time as much as anything else. I want to get onto water tanks and plumbing and get this place organised for pigs. So I'm not putting a retaining wall in. at this stage. If I get a crack appearing along the top, then of course that'll be different. Hopefully that makes sense. But the people made comments, and there's 3 or 4 or 5 of them. I thank you for your comments. I read them and I take notice of them, and it helps me consider things. So them comments are very valuable to me. Yeah, so that's about all we've done this morning. Well, this afternoon. Really this morning. Because you take an hour out for lunch and it's 3 o'clock, bottle of Coke time, and then packing up to go home at 4 o'clock. Yeah, so I'll leave it there, and there will be another video to come. Nothing to do with the piggery. And we'll see you then. Right, this really is the concluding video to the concluding video. We're having a bit of a party tomorrow. The workmen who worked on this site are coming down for a beer. And some of Jean's relatives are coming down. So we're waiting now for the Christmas dinner to arrive. You might say Meals on Wheels, but we're waiting for it to come, and I'll restart this video when they arrive. Here's Christmas dinner. It's a takeaway. A pig on a bike. Pig's not too happy. This is a normal occurrence, transporting a pig on a motorbike. He's tied the pig up and he's got a little frame for it to sit on the motorbike. And the pig's calm enough. There we are.